Phantasmal Flames officially releases this Friday, November 14th, and like I try to do with every set, I added up all the pull rates from 100 booster boxes. That's 3,600 packs in order to let you know what the pull rates are like so you can decide how to spend your hard-earned money on this set. Let's get to it. There's a lot of people screaming that this set is mid already, and I don't think it's a fair analysis because there are some absolutely adorable illustration rares in here, like the Piplup, which I absolutely love. And of course, there's Charizard. Who doesn't chase Charizard? New collectors coming to the hobby. Who do they want? They want Charizard. The Charizard in this set is absolutely, possibly the best Charizard of all time, but this special illustration rare with all 4 versions of Charizard from Charmander up to Mega Charizard is an absolutely phenomenal card, and everyone is going to be chasing it. Plus, this is not a normal TCG market. Stuff is just flying off the shelves. It doesn't matter what it is. This set is going to fly off the shelves no matter what. Hopefully, if there's enough people that think it's mid, it'll sit around on the shelves a little longer, and people who actually want to collect it will be able to collect it. So anyways, let me know what you think about this set so far, and let's check out the pull rates. I tallied up all these hits from a rip and ship site, 104 booster boxes, 3,744 packs. Hopefully that's worthy of a like. Make sure you slap it right now. So what I did was I just went through, I added up the packs, which obviously when it's a booster box, there's 36 packs. How many EX cards there were pulled for that box. Illustration rares, full art Pokemon, full art trainers, special illustration rares, and that super elusive gold card. And I noted down the SIR that was pulled whenever an SIR was pulled, so we can see which ones came up more often than others. Now, with 3,744 packs, we may see a little bit of lopsidedness, but it might be just the fact that we don't have a big enough sample size. I also noted the double rare Zard, that full art Zard, how many times that came up, because I know a lot of people are going to want to chase that card, and hopefully it's not too bad. So here we go. I just did this for 104 booster boxes. As you can see, let's just scroll over here to the numbers. 3,744 packs. Out of all those packs, 779 EX cards were pulled, so basically 1 every 5 packs. On the illustration rare front, 413 were pulled, so 1 every 10 packs. What I saw on average was that most booster boxes, but not all of them, had 4 illustration rares, which is really nice. And as we will see, that's roughly about, I think this might be a little lopsided. I think it's probably closer to 1 every 9 packs, probably exactly what we saw with Mega Evolution. So really good news on the illustration rare front. 4 per booster box, that's great. Full art Pokemon. I feel like these were not coming up as often as the trainers, and as you can see, we pulled 132 as opposed to 174. So on average, the Pokemon came up 1 every 29 packs, and the trainers 1 every 22 packs. Any full art, either a trainer or a Pokemon, came up basically 1 every 13 packs, which if I remember correctly is the same as Mega Evolution. Special illustration rares, 45 were pulled out of 104 booster boxes, so they came up once every 84 packs, and 3 gold cards out of all of those came up basically once every 1,248 packs. Now they might go another 1,000 packs before they hit the next one, so the fact that 3 came up could make this very lopsided. I wouldn't go by the pull rates for the gold, but basically it was about maybe 1,800 packs had gone by before they got to the second gold card. So it's definitely going to be difficult to get that gold Charizard. Now there's 10 EXs in the pack, so basically any specific EX is going to come up once every 50 cards. There's 13 illustration rares, so any specific one like that Piplup is going to come up once every 130 packs. And Pokemon, there's only 8 Pokemon. They're going to come up once every 232 packs. And so roughly that's how you would expect how many packs to rip to get the full art Charizard. And as you can see down here, 20 were pulled, which is basically a pull rate of 1 in 188. So it actually was coming up more often than the other Pokemon in this sample set of 3,700 packs. So it could be just a little bit luck. I would be surprised if Pokemon printed them a little bit more, but anything's possible. Maybe they know people want Zards, and the more Zards people get, the more hype they are about the set. Any full art? There's 17 full arts in total, or double rares, whatever you want to call them. They basically came up. Any specific one's going to come up basically one every 220 packs. Special illustration rares, there's 5. There's only 5 in the whole set. And really, I think the only one that's going to be over $100 long term is going to be that Charizard. You know, I just can't see any of the other ones sustaining prices like that. So I would really hold off on buying any of them for a little bit of time personally. Now I could be completely dead wrong, but that's just my opinion. So basically any specific one came up basically once every 420 packs, which is not too bad. It's a little bit high. I feel like that's a little bit higher than we saw for Mega Evolution. Instead of just guessing like an idiot, I went ahead and grabbed the numbers from ME1 over here. It's pretty much the same, except for the fact that ME1 had so many extra special illustration rares. Getting a specific one became twice as hard essentially in that set compared to this one. So with you only needing about 420 packs on average to get Charizard, if Charizard had been in Mega Evolution, it would have taken you 800 packs in order to track it down. So it's definitely, chasing it down is going to be a lot easier than any specific one that you would have wanted in Mega Evolution. Unfortunately, way more people are going to be chasing them down, and the expense is going to be through the roof for this card. And like I said, with the gold cards, I really don't think that this is a big enough sample size to really understand how often those gold cards are going to come up. I would say that it's got to be in that 1,000 pack range, roughly, maybe a little bit worse. And you know, we pulled 3 here, which was on average 1,250 packs. In ME1, there was 4 pulled, which was about 770 packs. I'm guessing they're roughly the same. However, there's only 1 in this set, and there was 2 in that set. So, you know, getting the one you want is it's going to be twice as fast. I already covered that the DR Zard came up 20 times, which is about 1 in 200 packs. Here's all the special illustration rares, though. Roughly, they came up the same, about 9 or 10 out of the 3,400 or so packs. So basically, on average, whichever one you wanted was about 1 every 400-ish packs. It didn't matter if it was Charizard or if it was Dawn. Now, just fair warning, when you watch a lot of packs ripped like this and you just see a lot of booster boxes with nothing in there. So many people got booster boxes that were absolutely horrendous. I just want you to think about that before you throw down $250, $300. You easily could walk away with like a $30 worth of packs out of there. So just a word of caution before you go out there and spend absolutely crazy money trying to chase down that $300 you could have put into your favorite card out of this set instead of taking that risk. Now, I know it's fun to rip packs. I do it. I know you all do it. That's why we're here. But just a little caveat out there. Be careful, because when you see this many boxes ripped, it's disheartening to see people rip the boxes and not get any big hits. So anyways, let me know what you guys think of these numbers. Please like and subscribe. Good luck when you get some Phantasmal Flames. I really hope you pull that Zard and some other things that you're hoping to play. I'm kind of excited about that Heracross card. I want to see if I can build a deck out of that and have some fun locally. In some not too challenging battles with some other people who are my skill level. Anyways, guys, I hope you're having a great week. I'll catch you in the next video.